Well, it is officially that time of the new year to take down our very last essence of Christmas, and it happens to be in my bedroom. If you're new here, my name's Lauren Nicholson. I love to share all things homemaking. I would love it if you would subscribe and join us this year for some fun cooking, cleaning, decorating, lots of gardening, and so much more. But today, we've got a lot of cleaning to do. I want to get this room nice and beautiful and reset so we can decorate it later in the spring and make it nice and fresh. So the first thing I need to do is take down that Christmas tree, and I'm going to use Pepe's help because I can't do it all by myself. The weather here in Napa Valley has been so beautiful. We're sitting around the mid to low 60s, but I have to tell you, I know in previous videos I said I wasn't going to start to decorate for spring because many of you are experiencing the throes of winter, but here where I live, it feels very counterproductive for me to make the house very cozy when we're wearing tank tops and sitting outside, and it's just a completely different weather pattern for us right now. Now, I do know that we definitely get things like, February and March get very cold. We also go through a season of frost here, which is kind of a rough time for us because of the vineyards. The vineyards are starting to, we have something called bud break, and when that happens and there's frost, it can actually damage the vines. So just because it's beautiful right now does not mean we aren't still going to experience winter, but at this particular moment, at least for the next 2 weeks, it's going to be absolutely beautiful here. So the first thing I'm going to do in my bedroom is take down all of the decor. I am out of plastic bins, but thank goodness I have a trusty old box that could house all of this stuff. I use the same decor in this room every year. Next year, I think I might do something a little bit lighter. If you guys recall at the Victorian, when I did that really beautiful kind of Great Gatsby tree in the entryway, it was an all-white flock tree with these beautiful crystals and things like that. I thought that might be a more ethereal feel in this room. I may also use those beautiful birch trees that I didn't use this year. But tell us in the comments down below, is Christmas officially down for you, or are you still savoring every last moment? I'm always amazed when I look at a Christmas tree. This one happens to be 9 feet tall, and then I look at the box it came in, and I'm like, there's no way that tree is going to fit in that box, and somehow it always does. It's just amazing. But I need to get this packaged up. This reminds me I need to order some tree bags for next year. So I took my annual planner and I actually wrote for next November to order a couple extra bags for trees, because this year a couple of them went into boxes, but I prefer them to be in those, I call them body bags, but they're the tree bags you can get on Amazon. They're not expensive, but it makes it a lot easier to just move things around. These boxes can be so heavy. So that left a little bit of a mess. So we're going to get this cleaned up. The flocking is never my favorite. I'm going to do a little research on flocking because after I did this and cleaned it up, my throat hurt quite a bit. So I have a feeling that probably isn't the healthiest stuff to ingest. So I might do away with all of our flock trees, but we will see. The next thing I need to do is I monthly will clean our mattress. So we're going to go ahead and get everything pulled off this mattress and get it cleaned up, which brings me to today's sponsor. I want to thank Helix Sleep for sponsoring today's video. Helix Sleep makes premium mattresses and bedding that are customized to fit your needs and conveniently shipped right to your door. The Helix lineup offers 20 unique mattresses, including their award-winning Luxe and Ultra Premium Elite collections, which I have, and the Helix Plus, a mattress designed for bigger, taller sleepers, and Helix Kids mattress, which our kids have, which is great for growing bodies and endorsed by kids sleep and medical experts. Since everybody's different and Helix knows that, they made a sleep quiz that matches your unique body type and sleep preference to the perfect mattress for you. And based on like your sleeping positions and how firm you like your mattress, they will suggest one that is perfect. Now, I am a side sleeper, and I also like the mattress to be relatively soft to medium, where my husband is a back sleeper that prefers a more firm mattress. When we took the test, it came up the Helix Midnight Luxe, which I have had for 3 years, and I absolutely love this mattress. I have had better sleep. I fall asleep faster. I'm also a very hot sleeper, and this particular mattress helps me regulate my heat. And I have to just say, overall comfort is better than any other mattress I have used or compared to. If you guys are looking for a new mattress, I highly recommend checking it out. They are fiberglass free, which most mattresses do contain fiberglass, which is really harmful for your health. And you know, this year we are trying to get healthier and be more intentional about the things we invite into our life. The best part about the Helix mattress is it's delivered right to your door, and it ships free in the US. The mattress comes rolled up in a box and is super easy to set up yourself. And if you're nervous about trying something new, Helix has a 100-night sleep trial. So you get to try it for 3 months and make sure you love it, which you will. I've had mine for 3 years and I will never sleep on anything else. It comes with a 10-year warranty, and they also offer special financing options and flexible payment plans, so you get the best night's sleep on your budget. I love my Helix mattress, and I think you would too. If you are looking for a new mattress, check out Helix Sleep. Their New Year sale is running now for a limited time, and it's a great time to upgrade your mattress and get a better night's sleep. They are offering 25% off your mattress plus 2 free pillows by using the QR code here on the screen, or you can check out the link down below. I want to thank Helix Sleep again for sponsoring today's video and also offering me the best night's sleep ever. As many of you know, one of the things that I implement into my weekly, monthly, daily habits and routines is taking care of the things that I have. I always find I get really frustrated when things aren't well taken care of and we end up having to get rid of them or exchange them or get new versions of them. And my mattress is no exception. So monthly, I always add a little bit of baking soda on here. I let that sit for about an hour, and then I like to use my Dyson and vacuum it off. I know that seems weird, but honestly, your mattress can get pretty dirty over the years, especially with my cats and the dog and my kids and everybody else that plays in this room. I just like to stay ahead of the ability to keep it for many years to come. So we're going to do that. And while that's sitting, I'm going to clean the rest of the room. I will vacuum that last. I also need to vacuum the headboard because the cats like to jump up there and sit, and they're covered in cat hair and it's disgusting. So we need to get that cleaned as well. But first, I need to get this floor picked up, and Pepe has been such a great little co-worker with me today. If you are somewhere that is gloomy and snowy and cold, please take a moment and look out this beautiful window at this beautiful day. I have a ton of videos coming up. I'm going to be ripping out the garden. I also ordered 10 giant hydrangea bushes that I'm going to be putting into the front yard, which I'm really excited about because it reminds me so much of the Victorian. We had tons of hydrangea plants there, and I just want to see those. We also are going to be going to Van Winden's here in my hometown of Napa Valley in California, and I'm going to be picking up 9 fruit trees. I'm a little bit nervous about this, but this is the season to be planting things like that because they're dormant, and I just kind of need to get ahead of it so that I'm not sad this spring and summer and not having these things around the property. So in the process of doing all that, you will see the beautiful weather that we are experiencing. Not to say that we haven't had rain pretty much for the last month and a half here, which has been very welcome, but it feels good to clean this window and just bring in that bright, fresh, warm air outside in beautiful Northern California. While cleaning this room, I was thinking about a couple different things we could do just to change it up. We've been living in this house for 2 years, maybe a little bit longer than that. And I just feel like it needs a refresh. So if some of you always give me really great advice down in the comments about ways to kind of move things around, maybe getting some different side tables, different bed, I'd love to know in the comments down below what you think would look nice in here, or maybe just reconfiguring this room altogether, putting the bed on the other wall so when you wake up you look out the front, the back window here. This bed looks into the other door that goes into the kitchen, which is fine. I feel like it centers on this wall well. And if you recall, this room used to have this big opening that went right into the bathroom, and now it's in the hallway. So we have an actual squared up room, which is really lovely. And I'm always trying to create elements of symmetry, whether it be here or in the living room. But this house has a funny flow to it that never really offers a genuine symmetrical space, given doors and windows and just how it was built. And I love, there's a couple YouTubers that also have tract homes, and I love watching how they transform theirs. And as I said in a previous video, I'm not going to be spending a ton of money on that just because I feel like there isn't a huge upside of what we bought for the house versus what it's worth. I mean, it's worth a little bit more, but to put that kind of money in and having no real understanding on where the real estate market's going to go, I just think that right now using aesthetical changes throughout the house like furniture and art and things like that will make it, I don't know, a little more home-like. I will tell you, I already just finished the living room, putting it back together, and it looks beautiful. I put a 10-foot olive tree inside, and it looks so good. It will be probably like that for the next 3 months before I really go into spring and going into Easter. You guys know I love Easter. We'll be going above and beyond for Easter this year because why not? That's what we do here. So hit the subscribe button if you like seasonal decorating or decorating for holidays. Before Easter, we will be decorating for Valentine's Day. I already have everything pulled together and I have a vision for it. And then we will also, as always, be doing St. Patrick's Day when the time comes. So if you're looking for that type of stuff, you will see Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, as well as Easter here on my channel. We'll be doing full decorating videos for those. I never realized how much artwork we have in this house until I have one of these quarterly deep cleanings, and I just realized, like, oh my goodness. Now I do get lots of comments to not spray it directly onto the picture frame, but these actually don't bleed into the sides. I just get it right into the middle and it seems to be fine. I also do the side like where I put it on the rag and then wipe it down. It never seems to make much of a difference. The only thing I don't do is spray, obviously, genuine art that isn't protected by glass or some of these older pieces we have. I love this piece above my head my husband gave me for Mother's Day when I had our first child, and it's just such a special, beautiful piece. Has to be one of my favorites in the house. And I'll show you once we're done in here. We're going to go into the bathroom. I will show you this piece I have always loved. It reminds me of sitting on a beach and looking out at the ocean and seeing nothing but blue sky and blue ocean, and I decided to move it into the bathroom in a very peaceful way. It's actually a really nice place when the kids all leave for school to meditate, just sit here and focus on this picture. I absolutely love it. If I could figure out where we got it, I would put it in the links for you guys, but unfortunately I have no idea, but it's so beautiful. absolutely love this fireplace, but we definitely need to get a new TV in here. This TV is, we've had, I want to say probably for 10 years, but it doesn't have the capability of connecting to internet very well. And like, I can't watch YouTube in here, which is pretty much all I really watch are new, like Netflix and YouTube. I don't usually watch like our Xfinity unless we're watching sports. But other than that, I don't actually like consume normal TV in that sense. But I wanted to get a new TV in here and hide these wires because they're just really ugly. And while I was cleaning that up, I realized I probably haven't cleaned behind this fireplace in quite some time. This is a fire hazard if I've ever seen one. So if you have one of these, definitely pull it out and deep clean the back of it. We haven't been using this as much as we used to in the Victorian, but my goodness, it needed a deep clean, and we're probably not going to use it for the remainder of, this, winter, spring season, but very, very dirty. So if you've got one, definitely clean behind yours. While doing this voiceover, I just got a notification that my hydrangeas are coming in. I will link down below the company in which I ordered them from. They seem to be pretty highly rated, but I've never planted this many hydrangeas. So please give me hydrangea advice down in the comments. I have no idea what I'm doing. Let me pause and I'll tell you which ones I bought. Okay, so I picked up the Endless Summer, the original reblooming hydrangea, which is their most popular variety, and they bloom in the summer and continue through fall and thrive in full sun with partial shade. So I think the front yard is where I kind of envisioned. I believe I ordered 12 of them, but for whatever reason, it's not letting me create an account on this website, which is called Fast Growing Trees. The shipping was really fast, plus if you ordered more, I got 40% off. So again, if you're looking for this, definitely, I'll link it down below. But anyway, they come in pink and like a blue, depending on obviously our soil acidity. So I'm going to learn about how to actually kind of create the colors with different acid adjustments. But tell us in the comments down below if you are a hydrangea lover and you kind of have a better understanding. I would love to know exactly how kind of tips and tricks you have. They did come with a kind of maturity height, which is going to be 3 to 4 feet, and the width is about 4 to 6 feet. So I'm going to plant accordingly, but I actually want them to be in bushes. Unlike down at the Victorian, our hydrangeas were actual hydrangea trees, which I don't like. So I don't prefer them. I like the bushes. I like that Hamptons look. I think it'd be like really pretty with this house. Hopefully this year we will paint the house. We're going to be painting it kind of like a white. I don't remember the exact color we picked out, but I think it will soften that tract home look, and that with the pop of these beautiful blue and pink hydrangeas, I think will be really, really beautiful. Plus, no one else in our neighborhood has hydrangea bushes like this, so I'm really excited to see how it turns out. But again, I would love to know down in the comments what you know about hydrangeas, things I should be looking into, things I should be focused on. I did talk to our garden center folks, and they said this was a great time to be planting hydrangeas or anything that is dormant. That gives it time to settle its root system in. The rain will be helpful, and it will set it up for a good summer to fall blossom. After a nice deep clean like this, where we get all the furniture out and I vacuum, I'm able to mop, the air just feels cleaner in here. I didn't realize, but I cleaned the blades of our fan, and for whatever reason can't find the footage of that. But don't forget to do that before you finish vacuuming. I try to do it as often as I can because it gets super dusty. But anywho, I missed a couple things actually. But anyway, we are now going to vacuum the bed, which I know seems silly, but if you have a fabric bed, you will probably have the same issues I do, which is you get a little cat hair, especially if you have cats, and dust up there. So I like to use, this is one of those microbial heads for the Dyson, which I go in and out of Dyson. Sometimes I love it, sometimes I don't. I also have been looking into getting another one of those mop vacuums. I used to have one and I don't have any idea what happened. I want to say it's probably still at the Victorian because that house really necessitates a hot vacuum mop. But anyway, I might get another one. I'm kind of looking around. So if you have one, tell me which one you have in the comments down below because I'd love to incorporate that in some of my actual, like I do have our Dreamy and my Roborock that run pretty much every single day, which is a robot vacuum that vacuums and then actually mops. I do like the Dreamy because it is hot water where my Roborock is not, but still they both do a terrific job and keep the floors nice and clean. But anyway, we're stepping up the cleaning game this year. So if you have a vacuum mop, please tell me which one you use in the comments down below. Okay, so the last thing we need to do in this room is vacuum up all of that baking soda. I do get questions on if it gets everything. I mean, I'll show you. They get in these little tiny parts of this mattress. It comes right out. I've never had an issue with it. The mattress just is so clean and it absorbs what it needs to. And this is just the method I've always used. If you use a different method that you think is better, you know, we're here to learn on this channel. So definitely tell us what you find to be the best method for keeping your mattress clean. And if you are somebody that's never been a mattress cleaning person, I highly recommend giving it a try. Again, my room smelled and felt so much fresher. The air felt clearer in here and I just loved it. But once we're done with this, I'm going to go ahead and make the bed and then I'm going to finish mopping and then we're going to head into the bathroom and get that nice and clean and ready for a brand new fresh start to the new year. We are officially done in this bedroom. This took me about 3 hours. It took me a long time. I keep finding these little dirt things on the walls. I think the kids were playing outside and then like chasing each other and grabbing the wall, but I'm finding them everywhere. So as I'm cleaning through the house, I keep finding them and cleaning them. Luckily, they come right off. Thank goodness. The last thing I need to do in this video is clean our bathroom. I already went through and took out all of the Christmas Christmas decorations in here and just kind of wanted to edit things down a bit. We have a couple ideas this year, even though I said we weren't going to do big major plans. We did potentially think about relocating this bathtub into another bathroom upstairs and adding a larger vanity in here. I just haven't decided what type of vanity. I go back and forth. I don't know if you can probably tell. When I first moved in, I tried to make the house a more contemporary, modern feel, just kind of lending to that tract home, and many of the other homes in the neighborhood have kind of transitioned into that tract home feel with pops of modern, contemporary inclusions, but it just isn't my aesthetic. I think I've kind of come to the terms of I'm more of a French country. I wouldn't say shabby chic, but maybe pops of that. But I'm more of a French country, natural elements. My husband loves the Victorian vernacular of decorating. He loves kind of that San Francisco penthousey look. And for me, it's beautiful and I definitely like it, but I find it to be a slightly cluttered. So we are finding our vibe together and being a little bit less cluttered or having like artwork on every single wall to finding a balance. And we spent Christmas kind of looking through a bunch of books and pulling out ideas for kind of a French country look, and I think we came up with something really beautiful. The next video, if I haven't already posted it, I haven't edited it yet, but the living room first decorating video of 2025 really hones in some of that feel of the French country, but also has pops of antiquities and things like that, and definitely lots of artwork. So if you're looking for that kind of inspiration or just curious to see how it turns out, definitely hit the subscribe button. I'm thinking this week, since it's so beautiful out and in the mid 60s, I am going to rip the garden out. And so this process I've been thinking about is going to be ripping out the beds that have been there for a long time. They're so beautiful and I'm somewhat devastated to have to rip them out. But if you guys remember when I did the garden this last summer in 2024, they had a ton of termites. So they're failing. My husband was kind enough to kind of like pull it together a little bit, but honestly, it is really bad and I can't imagine doing another year with these beds. So I'm in the process of putting together the plan, which consists of getting all of the dirt out. I'm going to put it on a tarp. That way I'm going to actually be adding some nutrients to it. I'm working again with our local garden center because I don't know a lot of this stuff, but I did learn at my last job quite a bit about gardening. And so the idea is kind of keep that soil. It's very good soil. Lots of bugs and happiness are there. So it's a good start. And then once the space is completely cleared out, then we're going to sketch out exactly where the beds are going. Since I've already laid out everything I'm going to plant for the entire year of 2025, I have a good understanding of what needs full sun, partial sun, and all of those things. So the beds that I end up purchasing, which I'm looking at a couple different types of beds, I haven't decided exactly what. We'll take all the recommendations down below if you have them, but I want to make sure that however we build the garden, I can really understand what is going to be planted where throughout the year and how we are going to do succession planning. What I will tell you is I'm not going to do seed starts this year. I tried to do it last year. I'm not very good at it. I also don't have the total patience for it. So I think this year is just learning how to do an entire year out of the garden with actual plant starts. So once I kind of get that going, then maybe in 2026 or 7, I can actually start to source seeds of very particular plants that I want to incorporate incorporate in our garden and in this space. But for now, let's just see if we can get some things to grow. Last year, 2024, my tomatoes were terrible. The only thing I really got were our cherry tomatoes, which I'm not complaining, but none of my peppers grew. Most of my heirlooms, okay, none of my heirlooms grew. We did get some zucchini, but then my zucchini plant died, and then I got a ton of eggplant. So, and my herb garden died. So this year, we have a much better plan. I'm not just going to buy plants and try. We're going to actually be really intentional about the garden. So if you are wanting to start a little garden, let's do it together. And you can subscribe to the channel and we can check it out. I will share all the things I learn, of course, all my failures, because there are plenty of them here on this channel. But I'm thinking by next year, 2026, I'll have a pretty good understanding of gardening, planting, succession planning, seasonal planning, proper shade and watering, nutrients, and obviously, what are we going to cook with all of this delicious stuff we are harvesting from the garden? It feels so good to officially be done cleaning this space. This is the piece of art I was telling you about that I absolutely love. It is so beautiful. The bathroom is nice and clean. I tried to declutter from both areas as much as I could with the intention of coming back in here this year and changing things up a bit. I just realized I need to move that post back over to the other corner. I moved it for the Christmas tree, and I feel like eventually we will want to change this room up. So any ideas you have, please share them down below. I have no idea what we're going to do in here. I kind of have the feeling of like moving this bed to that other wall might be nice, but I also feel like it might not fit. So that might be a bit of a problem, but we could at least kind of think about a couple different ideas for that. And the bathroom, I ended up adding just a little area for my husband's wallet and keys. He's always kind of just throwing them on this table, so I thought I'd put a nice little bowl there for him. And then the bathroom, I just edited everything out just to kind of get it clean and off the floor. And we will come back in here and do some amazing things this year. Again, I'm not sure if we're going to end up changing this out. I did find a beautiful dual vanity from Perigold that I loved, but I think it might not fit in the space, unfortunately, so I'm trying to find a dupe of it, but it's very beautiful. It has like a colonial Victorian feel to it that I think is so nice. Thank you for joining me for another video. I have so much more to come, so don't forget to subscribe, and if you're looking for the best night's sleep of your life, check out Helix Sleep in the descriptions down below. Okay guys, see you in the next video real soon. Bye!